So if you're watching this video, then it means that I failed you. Let me explain a little bit more. First off, if you're new to the channel, why is this the first video you're watching? But my name is Chrono. I do content over here on YouTube for PSO2. If you want to keep up with the content, would much appreciate a subscribe as we work our way towards that 10K mark. But let's go ahead and talk about this today, guys. So I do want to do a bit of more of an informal video, like I never do informal videos anyway. Ha, funny joke. But I am looking back and realistically, I failed you guys. A few months back, I had a video that went up where I talked about how I want to get into a few other things. I want to start doing a bit more variety content, tried a variety day and tried a couple of other things. And, you know, it didn't really work the way I wanted it to originally. I knew that, of course, if I ventured away from my usual, that being PSO2, where most of you guys found me, that it may not be nearly as fun, you know, to enjoy the stream. And I took some advice and I went back and watched some of my old stream VODs and of content where I wasn't playing PSO2, and what I noticed was that I just wasn't as engaging. I wasn't as fun to watch, and I mean, I couldn't really sit down and watch my entire stream all the way through and have a great time. And realistically, that's a problem. So I want to let you guys know that I'm sorry. I definitely failed you guys, and I didn't bring you that I said I was going to bring you. But that kind of comes with a new resolve as well. I am going to venture out and start doing more variety-based content. Now, I love PSO2. I always have loved PSO2. I've loved Phantasy Star games for a very, very long time. They're a big part of how I jumped into MMOs originally with Phantasy Star Universe back in the day, dropping back over to Blue Burst, so on and so forth, having a great time with those games when realistically, right now, there's not a whole lot going on for Phantasy Star. I started pushing into trying to do daily content and really stretch out the amount of content I could push to you guys on a daily basis. And what I realized was that not only did my streams suffer, I actually brought them back quite a bit, going from streaming almost 4 to 5 days a week down to 2, but realistically they weren't much better on those 2 days that I did stream. So why did I pull them back for in the first place? Honestly, making this video and having to admit it is kind of difficult, but I did want to talk with you guys just overall and let you know kind of what's going to be happening moving forward. Now, no one freak out. I'm not going to be quitting PSO2 or, quit doing content over in PSO2. Like I mentioned, I love the game. It just doesn't have a whole lot of content, especially for someone who no-lifes PSO2 as much as I did, as much as I do when it comes to that game. I have so much fun that I realistically can't stop myself. It's just a lot of fun to play. But at the moment, it seems like they're just trying to catch up to what it seems like they wanted to release when it came to NGS overall. I think realistically around December, I'm going to be much happier with the game overall. But I think it's going to take a little while before it's really in a great spot. I remember back in episode 5 of JP PSO2, how long we stagnated on like something like Dragon or anything along those lines. Now, granted, just because it happened before doesn't mean it should happen now or I should expect it now, but it's something that I've seen happen beforehand. I know what they're capable of pushing forward towards. Being that it's a free-to-play game, I can very easily jump away from it for a little bit, do a bit of content here and there, and then come back to it. It doesn't really bother me. I'm not really worried about a subscription or anything along those lines, even though technically I do pay for premium, which I urge you, if you aren't happy with the game itself at the moment, take a break. Don't kill your hype or your enjoyment of what you've actually played of the game so far because you're really upset about what's going on. Now, granted, again, I totally understand where a lot of people are coming from at the moment. We want, more content, we want different content. It's a new game, we want to do some new stuff. They've promised a lot of new things coming along, but it's coming along slowly and they're taking a lot of safe moves, things we've seen beforehand but slightly iterated. And then there's other things that are happening like urgent quests that we're not a huge fan of. I know I personally am not, and I would like to see new content come on a more not general basis but a more consistent basis that we can play and enjoy. But that's a topic for another video overall. As far as content goes on the channel itself, we're going to be playing PSO2, but we're also going to be playing a lot of 14. I'm probably going to dip into Star Wars: The Old Republic. I've got a bunch of games that I have sitting in my Steam library that I just haven't touched that I've wanted to play for a very long time. So you'll probably see those pop up over on the Twitch channel. Now, I very much expect a lot of you guys not to show up for those games. Most people that watch my channel, they watch it for PSO2, and I totally understand that. While I look for Switch channels to watch, I usually look for channels to watch of the game that I play. But if we're going to grow and continue to grow and to build our own little community moving forward, we've got to branch out into other things. We have to bring other people into it, and I'm totally cool with doing that. So it is going to be difficult. So if you guys do see, support the channel or anything along those lines, you do see things a little slower than usual, that's totally fine. It's expected. As far as videos go, I'm probably going to focus on covering content that I feel like is going to be more, I don't say impactful, but like news for the game itself, so on and so forth, in a way like I used to, where I would cover basically almost everything that popped up, gave my thoughts, my opinions on it, so on and so forth. It was something you guys really enjoyed, and I think I've gotten too much into the pushing for a daily video and setting things up, too specifically to actually bring you guys the type of content that I used to bring that really brought all of you to the channel to begin with. Now, I've been very open about this, and I've said this beforehand, my major moderators, the one that support me the most, both Anibal and Weeb, work on a lot of these videos. They put in a lot of time outside of work and outside of playing the games on their own, so I appreciate both of them very much. And I've like said recently, I do have a link that if you want to support me directly, you're able to. I also actually want to add to that as well, and they're unaware of this. Actually, my editor will probably be hearing this for the first time while he's editing this video, but I'm going to also add a link for the two of them if you want to support them as far as the channel goes. I wanted to leave a location for you to be able to do that too. I feel like it's just fair and it makes sense as far as content goes, and they're the ones that are really keeping a lot of these things alive. Thumbnails, posting videos, editing all this stuff that realistically I can't do. I mean, I have the artistic talent of like a blank canvas and I can't edit for crap. So without the two of them, I wouldn't have any of this content for you guys in the first place. But realistically, guys, that's all I wanted to talk about today. It's probably not going to be a really super watched video. Only those of you guys who really follow the channel consistently, who watch over the streams, who check out all the videos. I appreciate all of you guys, but mostly this is for you guys. For those of you guys who are just here to catch up on the PSO2 content or PSO2 news, I appreciate it. It's still coming. We're actually going to go kind of return to form and really cover just about everything that pops up and everything I feel like really needs to be talked about. And then give my feelings the way I used to, instead of just kind of like parroting a bunch of information and then what I feel like you guys need to know. I'm going to kind of start to deep dive into it, which means videos might be a little bit longer than normal, but I'm gonna try to keep them cut down to a decent amount. Even this one's already gone longer than I really wanted to. Though I'm also going to, with the cutback of videos slightly probably, now granted, this is just if a video comes up or if I have something I want to record, I'm just gonna record it and then release it the next day, or maybe release it that night, who knows. But with those being cut back a bit, you're probably also going to start to see streams pop up a little bit more. I personally have wanted to stream certain things, and I've held myself off of doing specific things in certain games because I wanted to do it on stream. And then when I get on stream, I get distracted with other stuff, and then it just doesn't happen. So I'm probably just going to start streaming in the evening times. Again, you probably will start to see raid content from 14 again. You'll probably start to see some story content from Star Wars: The Old Republic, as well as, of course, PSO2 content. I'm probably going to start dropping back into base PSO2 a bit more and really clean up everything from base PSO2. One of the things I wanted to do for my account was cover or do everything in the game. And when I mean everything, I mean like all of the client orders, clean out everything and really make it so I've completed everything I possibly can in base PSO2. Do I need to? Absolutely not. But would it be cool to know that you've done everything? I feel like it would be. So that might be something I jump into. I'm not 100% sure on that just yet, but it's something I do want to drop back to and do, especially right now while we have content that we really don't feel like doing all that much. Like, I'm not sure everyone wants to farm Gigantics or anything along those lines. Who knows? The new urgent quest might be really fun, and they might add in a trigger for us to do it consistently. So we'll have to see. But, this is probably one of the best times to do it. And there are a lot of other games that are doing really, really well right now. But that's it, guys. That's all I have for you today. If you watched the video all the way end, I appreciate you. You guys are the guys that are keeping me moving forward. I mean, guys, like everyone inclusively, by the way. I call everyone guys. I'm sorry. This is just something I do. But anyway, guys, appreciate you. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to keep up with content moving forward. I know you guys are super supportive. You guys always have been in these sorts of videos themselves. They've been really cool comments, things of that sort. But feel free to toss in something you guys would like to see moving forward. Any specific games that you think I might enjoy. There's no guarantee that I'm going to jump towards it. This is your chance to say, hey, look, man, this is something pretty cool. Maybe you might enjoy it. We'll have to see. Oh yeah, Blue Protocol is another one that I might look at. We'll have to see how that goes. Anyway, I've rambled on long enough, and I think this video is long enough as it is. I will see you guys all in the next one. Take care. Peace out.